Peace and love. This is your girl Karina Dean, and I am coming to you with another video. And as I'm about to record this video, I'm like, there's no such thing as a coincidence. I mean, yes, there is a such thing as a coincidence, but it does come like very rarely because everything is connected. And every single time I think I'm planning something specifically, it's actually just working out in its own karmic obligation. So this video is about the indicators of past life, okay? And before I get started, I'm Karina Dean, right? My past life has something to do, or at least one of my past lives have something to do with a car crash or car issues. And I'm recording this video in a car, and I didn't plan it this way, but it came to me just before I hit record. My name, my government name is Kareen, and the word Kareen, right, in its dictionary is a crash, when something careens into something. And this is one of the indicators that I knew when I was studying my name about what some of my karma would be. If you're into the cards, right? The destiny cards. I'm born on a Queen of Clubs day. And the Queen of Clubs also has a lot of indications towards the car and ownership of the car, taking care of the car, right? Naturally, my first name, Kareen, has car in the beginning of it. So this might seem like really stupid to some, but to me, it always hits me when certain things just align. All right, so that's me. Now let's talk about you. Okay, so another disclaimer about indications. I've researched this a few times, but I don't have all of the perfect ways to find this. So this is what I've learned so far about finding your past life indicators in your chart, okay? Saturn. Saturn is the planet that has to do with karma. And so therefore Saturn, and where Saturn sits, what house it sits in, and especially what sign it sits in, has something to do with your past life karma, usually to a heavy degree. I don't want to say negative, but it can feel negative because it feels like heavy karma. And so we all have, light karma and heavy karma. Saturn is going to represent your heavy karma. And look at where Saturn is to understand and receive messages about what your heavy karma could be. The South Node and the moon in general has a lot to do with karma and past life. The South Node is the south point of the moon, and the South Node has a lot to do with what you may have mastered in a past life, what you have, acquired and taken care of and focused on in a past life. And that's why the North Node focuses on this life, because the South Node is saying, well, I've come in with all of these natural understandings of my South Node placement. And that's why it's more of a comfortable placement than the North Node. So the South Node is also an indicator of past life. So you want to look at the sign and the house placement for the South Node. Now, another placement that can indicate past life, and does indicate past life, is your Lilith placement. And this is for both men and women, but Lilith is the dark goddess within us. And Lilith will tell you about what your tendencies may have been in a past life. And therefore, this is what you are here to transform in this life. Lilith is kind of like chaos. And so when you're in your most chaotic, Lilith indicates what may have happened to you or what you were participating in a past life. And therefore, in this life, how you can transform that chaos into something great and serving through the dark goddess, energy. Okay. The last thing that I would say is your 12th house. Your 12th house is an indicator of past life karma. And I feel like this is naturally good karma, but it does depend on, or light karma. It does depend on what planets are there, right? Typically planets in the 12th house are not like seen classically as good placements except for Jupiter. So if Jupiter's there, then it's definitely light. But if you have other planets there, that's going to be indicators of past life in your 12th house. Jupiter also indicates past life, but it's probably a more lighter karma amongst other things. But when you're thinking of just past life, Jupiter works really well there, telling you some of the things that you are knowledgeable about and whatnot. If you don't have any planets there, the sign that governs your 12th house indicates hidden talents. And these are things that you have acquired in a past life. What you focused on as well in a past life and mastered as well, similar to the South Node. But what you would want to do is take all of those indicators, put them down, and then put it into a story of your own. So the past life is a story that, most people are trying to refine for you, and you can do it yourself by looking at these placements. Now, as you can see, I said that, I know that I have a past life of something to do with cars, and that I found through my name. So you can also study your name to see what might be past life issues. Another thing would be, like I said, checking out the destiny cards. And the one person that I know who is a master at it, and she has her whole career based off of teaching and reading destiny cards, is Aquarius Maximus. So check her out, and I'll probably leave her website down below. She also posts very often about the cards, and it's from her that I learned about the Queen of Clubs and their relationship to cars. So for me, that's how I've come to the story about cars. And whenever I'm in a car, there's always something that I feel about it, like a fear about it. When I first started driving, I had this natural tendency to be kind of reckless when I was driving. And then I lost my privileges to drive in this life. And then now I have a lot of fears with driving. So I know, and then like I said, my name has car. It naturally has car in it. So it's an indicator of karma and cars to me personally, as well as my name Kareen is often used as a term to describe like when cars are careening off the road, right? Coming off the road or crashing. So that's how I come up with one indicator of one of my past lives. And I'm just sharing my personal with you because maybe that can help you to start to look at your name and decipher it out. But if you would like somebody to look at your natal chart, I'm your girl, and I'll do that. I'll help you to draw out a story based off of your past life indicators, and we can go through it together, and put the pieces together. And why would somebody want to know about their past life? Well, there's certain fears and phobias that we have in this life, and we don't understand why or why they come from, or issues that we continuously, hit a wall against. And that might be a reason why you want to know your past life, right? You might just want to know, well, what are these relationships that I'm having? Because some of them might be past life relationships. I feel like I'm not just me. I feel like I have something coming for me after this life, and I had something before this life. That's also why people want to know about their past life. So, and I'm sure there's other reasons. So if you want to know about your past life, why don't you comment below down why, what is it about your past life that you're dying to know about, and what you feel intuitively in this life that's coming up for you about your past life. This is your girl, Karina Dean, And I will see you in the next video. Peace and love.